Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael.
This is Cleve.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship.
Supreme.
Where the podcast that dares to ask, how did you earn your first Nintendo?
Murdered a dog for it. We are reviewing Christmas movies all month of December. This is 8-Bit Christmas with Neil Patrick Harris and some other people.
Good on TikTok for their advertisement, by the way.
Steve
I know
Zahn.
this is where you saw this movie.
No, YouTube. YouTube keeps showing me.
How maybe it was YouTube that's been showing it to me. It's something. Something's been like, hey, here, check this fucking movie out. Just like trying to cram it down my throat.
Yeah, one of the newer Christmas movies, because they're always going to post out a couple. They're always going to put out a couple a year, and this is this one.
The whole fucking industry just for this.
So, just real quick recap. This movie starts with Neil Patrick Harris and his daughter. His daughter wants a cell phone. He begins to tell her these amazing story of him trying to get a Nintendo Entertainment System for Christmas, and shenanigans.
It's a very Christmas story vibe.
A very Christmas story vibe and very Princess Bride vibe together, because it cuts back to him telling her the story, and it feels like a Christmas story for a new generation.
Yeah,
but like not my generation. So I'm not sure whose generation it is, or it's supposed to be for little kids to watch and be like, so Miles can watch it and be like, oh, is that what was like? And I'm like, I don't know. I was one then. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I looked at the kid. I was like, I was 5 months old. She goes, me too. And then I laughed.
You know what I mean? Like, there's, I don't know. It missed me somewhere because I don't know. Maybe if it was for the sake of Genesis, maybe I could.
Notch time, dog.
Anyhow,
I don't want you to have it.
This movie was fine. I've seen worse Christmas movies.
Good production value.
Yeah. They did a good job of trying to make it nerdy and what they would expect us to like grab onto.
It did.
Be like, oh, that reference. You remember that? Yeah.
Power Glove. Or shooting Power 3 inches from the fucking TV with that stupid gun, the zap gun. I remember hitting the TV with it. What the fuck?
Well, Timmy Keene?
Yeah.
Timmy Keene let dick.
We all had one of those in our lives, right?
Right. So they go back to 87 or 88, and it's this group of friends that are just doing everything they can to try to get a Nintendo. There was one time where they're supposed to sell Reeves, and first prize was a Nintendo. And then what else did they do? They had to share it with like the rich kid in the neighborhood who would just invite them so that they could watch him play.
He got beat by a girl, so he broke his.
He did. He broke it and attempted to murder a dog.
He kicked the TV and the TV fell on the dog. But he would never have done anything. He's a sweet angel. And then, we made a joke about ADHD because it wasn't a thing back then, and now it is.
Well, also, I imagine that no offense to anybody, but the dads then were like, yeah, okay, whatever. Stop making things up for my child and not taking it seriously. The golden time, as I call it.
I think because Stranger Things did so well, maybe that's why we're focusing on the 80s. Stranger Things tends to focus heavily on the 80s.
I think it's just this era of TV because it was
too.
Yeah, and then that 70s show and And I've seen a couple of swings of the 90s.
Do we need to take do we need to go back and watch the one season of that 80s show?
No.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh, that 80s show. Anyways.
Who was in it?
No one. I don't know.
Not a soul. Not a soul was in it. Not live to tell about it. Anyway, what did you like? Anything in here? What did you think? How'd you feel?
I'm trying not to be negative, guys. I feel like I'm negative about a lot. I don't like Christmas movies. And again, you'll hear me talk about many times where I have to watch them often because of my wife who loves them.
But I feel like there are some you like.
Two. I would say there's two.
Just two?
There's two that I like.
What two?
Genuinely like. Elf and Jingle All the Way. I don't know why. Jingle All the Way, I don't understand.
I feel like you like Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jingle wasn't bad.
I'm gonna go back and look at all the
Jingle Jingle wasn't bad because of old
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker, thank you.
Yeah, you show him some respect, sir.
I'm just not a fan of them. For whatever reason, it's just never been my thing. But that's fine. I get why people love them. But what I will say is, first off, I hate this kid actor. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just could not stand him. I didn't think he was good at acting. I didn't care for him. Maybe I just don't want kids in my films. I don't know.
I didn't think he was that bad. I don't want kids in my film. What does that even mean?
Here's where I stand on this. There's been two movies now that we've reviewed.
This is number 2.
Both of them have had a child that I felt was insanely spoiled and acted super shitty. And I just like
this one's attitude was a little rough.
So like, and here's the thing, like, and Kitty makes fun of me for this because, and I think I've told you the story before. I was probably 8 or 9. I'd have to look at when the 64 came out. But I remember I played the NES. It was my uncle's NES. I remember playing it.
Mm-hmm.
The next console we got was the Nintendo 64. And I remember opening it. Like, as a kid, I would have never even fathomed to ask for that shit. Because that wasn't going to happen. That's not a thing. And like and it's we've talked about this during parenting episodes and any other episode, but like I strive so hard to make sure that my kid knows that like we shouldn't just expect shit. And like all these TV shows and movies and stuff have these kids that just have these like insane expectations for like this new Fandangle thing came out and I want it. And it's like, man, it's somehow, and granted, this movie did not give this payout like I thought it was going to. Somehow, the kids get what they want a lot of the time. Anyway, the end of that story, by the way, was me as a kid at Christmas. I never in a million years would have asked for it. Opened a box with the Nintendo 64 in it. I stared at the camera and screamed "Hecka Fresh" and threw my thumb up like it was a fucking commercial. So for years, my family would just be like "Hecka Fresh." Everything commercial. What?
I need that tape.
I have it somewhere. I turned them all into digital.
It needs to be at the end of every Christmas video. You know what? No, like how these shows have like this little end tagline. That just needs to be it. This is how we pull them in, Michael. We could have been famous a long time ago. Hecka Fresh.
But I just like, I don't know, man. It really bugs me.
Okay, I feel you. I have asked, but it's been like, I'm just gonna put that prayer in the
yeah.
water.
No, I get it, and I get it. Like, I'm not
the
saying,
expectation,
like not asking. It's okay. So like, you're right, because like I would say like, hey, it'd be really cool if I got a PS2, and like it would. But the expectation was I would ask. and it would be like, okay, well, that's in the consideration, and
you
then
let
like
that
let
balloon
it
float
go,
out there. Yeah.
and
Well,
then not be a miserable little shit when, like, if my parents had told me no, and I was like, well, it didn't make sense, I should get one. Like, I would have gotten whooped.
the only defense that I might give this kid is that it seemed like they had no problem giving the sister anything that she was asking for. And so, like, okay, hey, she, and maybe had they gave us more, like, she's been getting what she wants every year, and anytime she asks for something and it's not Christmas, she gets it. But yeah, it was just like,
Well, from what I could tell, she was actually a good kid
yeah, that's fair. And she
and
did,
only wanted a doll.
and she
Like,
did well. Hold on a second, because back then those things weren't cheap either.
not fair.
You know what's funny is okay, so they get a Cabbage Patch doll and they meet up some guy in a parking lot to buy it. And funny enough, my mom did the exact same thing for my sister. Like, just fucking a guy in a parking lot. It was in the trunk of his car.
The things we do
That
as
was,
parents,
that
man.
was how it was
Just,
back then. Nobody
yeah.
wore helmets. What's a seatbelt? Maybe, I don't know. Nobody strapped me in. I was a baby.
I think
Fine.
also,
I'm okay.
I think also the fear I have is that, like, here's this teenage daughter that's like, I want a phone, give it to me now, and I'm like, dog, I got a daughter, and I
See, okay, and so
need to
you
do
didn't.
everything I can to make sure that child don't end up like that.
Yeah, I feel that. So you didn't like the main kid, but what about the ensemble of kids?
I like the ensemble. I liked everybody, but I did not like this one. But I just thought it was so weird and unnecessary. The kid that vomits because of SpaghettiOs.
And I enjoy when it's like everybody's like coming into the plan of how they're gonna buy this Nintendo, and he's just like in a shopping supermarket, like down the aisle, just staring at SpaghettiOs, like, all right, like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that was a lot. He
It
could
felt
have
like
just,
it did. It
but
felt like a lot.
I guess a tummy ache's not gonna stop the bus, right? It's got to be projectile vomiting.
Fair.
That's what's gonna stop the bus.
I
liked his friend Mikey, the little black kid. I liked the twins. I thought
Hodge
they were
twins.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought all the kids were fun. I enjoyed the ensemble.
I liked Connor, the little fucking weird kid.
I really liked the little weird kid, even the little liar kid. Like the little,
He was funny.
I think it was that, like, we all had friends like this.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be a comedian when he grows up.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's very hid with a lot of charisma.
When they're selling the Reeves, and he's like, "Who'd you sell them to?" Like, a couple people. Your mom.
When he came in and he's selling it to his mom,
He like
he
hugs her.
walked by and goes, she said I remind her of you.
Oh, yo, I guess this is on how good of a job he did. Josh Jagursky, the bully, fuck that kid, or a grown adult.
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that the whole time.
Yo, I didn't really like the kid either, the main kid. Like, I didn't mind him. He didn't bother me. But like, I liked when he took that fucking girl's snow boot that he was wearing and put it on that kid's fucking chest.
Here's the thing, right? I can explain, and maybe it's on me for watching. I didn't think that this was like, well, like, all right, it's PG, like, surely it's not crazy. But I did have to explain to my kid why all these people are picking on this kid for wearing purple snow boots. And my kid was like, why are they being mean to him? And I'm like, well, people are shitty. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that other than people suck.
You say exactly what the dad and what Neil Patrick Harris said. It was a different time. I know purple doesn't mean anything now, but there was a time where, can you imagine all the guys that wear pink now wearing pink then? You know what I mean? Anyway, people were shitty. We've gotten better.
So, micro steps, I guess.
Yeah, and the twins, Tammy and Teddy, really enjoyed them. I enjoyed the poor kids. They already have to share a birthday because they're twins, and then their birthdays are around Christmas, so they have to also share. The grandma sends them a gift, and it's like, "Happy birthday and Merry Christmas. This is a gift for both of you." Like, you have to split it.
On the 30th of December. She's always complained about that. It is a
Imagine.
thing, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, for sure. The parents. What do you think about the parents?
I couldn't see the mom as anything but Jennifer from Parks and Rec.
I couldn't see her outside of, and it might be just because I recently watched it, the gynecologist from New Girl,
Oh yeah,
which is good. She's a good actress.
yeah. No, I
And the
like them
dad
both.
too, Steve.
I feel like he's a minor
Zahn?
character in so many things.
He is, but he's good.
Yeah,
He's a solid actor. My favorite is Saving Silverman.
I think that they both did great. I think that the whole never finishing a single project, I can relate to that as my personal self. I can relate to that. I get it.
Yeah, and like the mom that is just doing 100 things all at one time, and yeah, I enjoyed them. I could relate and identify with them.
Yeah, when he was like, "Hey, you gotta go pick up some more poop," I was like, "Man, this dad did something." I was like, "I remember he said he didn't want him to go back behind the shed. Don't worry about it. I'm like, there's something behind that shed."
Did you? Well, I thought maybe he was just giving them a break. Like, look, just get the shit I can see.
Right.
You can move, go sell your fucking Reeves. I don't care. So they make this elaborate plan of where they're going to sell their baseball cards that they've been collecting
Mm-hmm.
and gather the money and then go buy their own Nintendo. And that's why old boy has to eat fucking Evan. Evan has to eat SpaghettiOs and projectile vomit for 9 minutes. What? Nobody else put that kind of fucking work into this plan. Like, I get they used all their cards, but that kid was really
One kid
going
did
at
have
it.
to break out of a bus and run to a mall and
Yeah.
buy
How
a
did-
toy.
I genuinely was sitting open mouth for a moment when he slipped on that fucking ice.
When he walked by, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
When he walked by and the Santa's like, "Hey," or he ran by, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Remember the Santa Claus? The other Santa Claus said "slippery ice" or some shit.
He ran by and said it too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, maybe it was then. Yeah, like when they were like, "Oh yeah, slippery ice," I'm like, "This shit's gonna come back and bite you in the ass." And yep, you watch that fucking Nintendo fly through the air and get run over. That would be devastating.
Oh yeah, I would have been crushed. Because you know why? Because the way that they got the Nintendo, I was like, you know what? Good on you. You didn't make your parents buy it. Like, although it's I told you not to get it and you got it. That part obviously is not okay. But
yeah, they hadn't thought that through.
They found a way to get it on their own, and I was like, respectable. You sold your shit. That was actually your shit, not like
Right.
my mom bought me these shoes. But baseball cards that you've been collecting and you got the money, and then just for the ran over, I was like, well, fuck. Like, I think he even said, like, damn it. Like, that's the only time they cuss in this whole movie. But in the end, Christmas comes and goes, and he does not get.
I appreciated that.
SNES.
I appreciated that. And she's like, "Well, then how'd you get it?" He's like, "I worked the next summer my ass off and bought it." Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it was the next summer, if it was like I just eventually got a job.
Fair. He did say a summer. I don't think he said the next, but yeah, that's the next console I ever got was a Sega Genesis, and I mowed lawns and worked for my grandpa for quite some time before I could buy that.
Yeah. That and it was a good lesson, but then we said what the lesson was, and that kind of takes me out of it. When she's like, okay, even though I don't get what I want, I could still have a great Christmas and I'm with my family. I'm like, no, that's why I watched the movie. I could have just fast forwarded to this part and you could have just told me what you wanted me to learn in the first place. It's dumb. I thought his dad working on the tree fort was really cool and nice. And do you appreciate the gut punch of killing the dad? The random
having his fucking
unprovoked
table. Yeah.
Not ready for it at all.
Yeah. Just I looked at Katie and go, this is important because he had a dad that loved him.
Yo, when he was at the tree fort and it zoomed in on the picture of his dad, I was like, fuck, that's gone, isn't he? That's fucking gone. I can feel it already. Also, where was his sister?
Nobody cares about her.
I guess she was the smart one.
She-
You're
Probably off doing something really cool and important.
That's fair. Too busy. That's what the sequel's gonna be. Is about the Cabbage Patch doll that she got. By the way, just saying,
It
$75.
wasn't the right one.
How much is the Nintendo? You could have got the kid an Atari.
I think the original Nintendo was like a couple $100.
I feel like 100, but fuck, who knows? You know what? Let's look.
If I can throw a guess out, I'm saying like $399.
Okay, let's see. Introductory price $179. Whew. It says $179 to $465.11 in 2020. So I guess people who want like an official original one. My back itches. But yeah, I mean, sure. That's a lot. I'm not gonna say it's not, but I don't know. I think Cabbage Patch dolls were like 20, 25.
The guy that played Dennis and It's Always Sunny,
Mm-hmm.
he was in that 80s show.
Thanks.
Got one. I think I kind of got one. I don't know. If you consider that a win.
Nothing about this is a win. So what do you say? Would you recommend this movie? Should anybody watch it?
It is a very average Christmas movie with weak, nerdy references. You will laugh a couple of times, and you'll probably cry if you're sappy.
One of the best parts I think I laughed at was when they were hiding behind the trash can because he was wearing the girl boots. Which, I mean, to be fair, they're flowery, like they were girl boots. It wasn't just purple. But the bully comes and he goes, "Hey, nerd!" And then the little Connor kid goes, "Hey!" Like no question, no misunderstanding, no scared out of his mind, just happy to be himself. That kid was great. We did a whole movie on that kid.
I really enjoyed the power glove scene when he came out to like show off how cool his power glove was. It reminded me of was the wizard or well, I think it was the wizard.
When he had his I'm assuming sister, maybe mom, play the music when he came out.
Yeah.
I got my dead sausage. Here, take the sausage.
When the dad sits down, it's like, "Where's my summer sausage? I just need it." She goes, "We're eating dinner." He goes, "Yeah, I know. I wanted to eat it with dinner." She's like, "But we're having salad." She goes, "And I'd rather be eating that."
I really did enjoy the dad because that guy's really good at just playing a dad also. But when he's using that fucking sander, they're like, "Can you do that later?" I'm like, "But you bought it, so dad's gonna sand." I thought it was cute with the little initials on everything too. That was nice.
It was a very heartwarming like ending. Yeah.
But it felt cheap to me. It felt really cheap just to be like, and he's gone now. Like maybe had it resonated on the daughter, like quit fighting with your fucking dad because one day you're gonna have to bury him. I don't know, but it was just like no warning. He could have easily been there.
Yeah, I didn't add to anything that he was dead, other than like trying to get a cheap tear.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I don't know. It was fun.
I'd give it about a 5 out of 10.
I might give it a little bit. I feel like a little bit more, just because I know we said the main kid wasn't great, but the other kids were pretty solid.
Is it better or worse than I'll Be Home for Christmas? And if you say you don't know what that is, I'm gonna make you watch it.
I feel like I've seen that, but it's not coming to mind.
It was in the height of the Jonathan Taylor Thomas craze, and yeah, it's about him trying to get home for Christmas.
I'll be honest, I don't remember it. I feel like I have
I'm sure you did, man.
because he's like just at the age
That was
where
Home
nobody
Improvement.
wants to
Like
deal with him.
that was the big time in his life. Anyways, it was a good movie. Go watch it if you like.
get to play
If you like
Simba.
Christmas movies, you're gonna like this movie. There you go.
Yeah, not a bad family film.
Let's know what you guys thought. If you guys have seen this movie and you have different opinions, let us know. If you have the same opinion, you've become my friend. You guys can let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. All month we will be doing Christmas movie reviews. If you have a Christmas movie you'd like us to watch, please let us know. You guys can reach out to us on our social medias and let us know what you guys want to hear about. What social medias are those, Cleve?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Friendship Supreme on all of them except Twitter. There's no eyes. Eyes, go to YouTube. It's youtube.com/Friendship Supreme.
If you guys have ever seen the app that stole Christmas and want to put Cleve through that punishment, you let us know. It haunts me every day.
I don't even know what could that be about. I can't even grasp
I'm the
what
one.
that
You know
would
what's
be about.
So like I told you, so Katie usually makes us watch Christmas movies every this time of year, and like once in a blue moon, I'll get to pick. Otherwise, usually I'm joking like, let's watch this one because it looks dumb, and I'm like, great, now I have to watch it. I picked this one thinking this one will be funny. This will be good.
You made the mistake.
Fuck, man, it was.
You know what's funny is because that'll like you'll lose some cred with that. Like when you pick shit like that, it's like never mind. I'm not gonna be like, you wanna watch this movie? And I go, no, because you picked fucking
You wanna know what'll sell it for, Cleve? You know who's in it?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Ray J.
God.
And then we can sponsor Raycons.
Why Ray J? Why?
If I remember correctly, Ray J is an elf.
Like Ludacris? Very close.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We'll talk about it later. All right.
I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
Cold, hard, untraceable cash.